Well, I didn't think I'd be breaking in at 1:35 in the afternoon here in Southwest Florida, but we've got some breaking news. Dylan's History of Sports is live as I break down the the insane blockbuster, Miles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams. Whew. I never thought I would see the day that Miles Garrett would be traded. But he has been dealt to the Rams for Jared Verse, a 2027 first rounder, and probably more. More. Wow. You know, there are deals in all sports that make you go, wow. This is wow because the LA Rams are going to have the reigning MVP in Matthew Stafford and the reigning defensive MVP in Myles Garrett. The Rams are going for it. Now, we can argue whether or not the Rams should have spent their 2026 first round pick on a guy who will actually see the field this year, but that's here and there. For one, the LA Rams realize going back to the NFC Championship game, that defense needed to improve. They got the cornerbacks from the Chiefs, but defensively, Jared Verse is a good player. But the Rams don't make trades just for the sake of making trades. They make trades to go big game hunting. This is a team that's going after Matt Stafford, going after Von Miller. Heck, they tried to get Christian McCaffrey a couple years ago with Ted McMillan and Tyler Ward. But the LA Rams realized with Matthew Stafford having maybe 1-2 years left, you know what? Wall in, baby. And let's get not just the best, not just get a good player. Let's get the best pass rusher in the world. The guy who sacked the other team quarterback back. All Aaron Donald. Because you imagine a team that is used to seeing Aaron Donald play defense is now going to have Myles Garrett. Wow. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. I mean, Myles Garrett is going to be playing. Hi, Ram. Myles Garrett is going to be playing on the same field that Aaron Donald did. That's insane. And honestly, I'm befuddled. I think less seeing the Rams have pulled off. I mean, who knows what else is involved? I'm sure there's more because Jared Verse and a first round pick cannot be all the Browns got for Myles Garrett. I mean, if I'm trading the best defensive player at his position, I've got to get more than Verse and a first round pick. I've got to get a first, and something else. I've got to get 2 ones. Who knows when it is? But it's interesting to me the Rams made this trade. It's June 1st, which means and Cleveland did some contract negotiations to lessen the cap hit, thinking that might be more for the Browns, maybe more for the teams looking to get Myles Garrett. That being the Rams, that being the Eagles, that being the Lions. Yeah, I've got somebody calling me now, but no. Maybe the Patriots, maybe the Lions, maybe the Bears, all we know. But, I know the rumor in the last few years has been Cleveland's not going to trade Myles Garrett. Well, then what happened here? Because, by the way, this is not just me saying it, but Shefty, Rappaport, the guys, ESPN, NFL Network are saying it right now. It is a blockbuster. I mean, now Andrew Bailey, thanks to Mary Kay, saying the Myles Garrett talks on the way, but nothing's final. I think that's a bunch of hog too. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, which doesn't happen often. I mean, Miles Garrett's going to have a chance to play for a Super Bowl in his own stadium. And, you know, you want to see superstars play for him. I mean, uh, yeah, thank you. You want to see superstars play for ring, and I think we all know Myles Garrett's one of, if not the best defensive players of all time. I mean, he and Myles Garrett, and Aaron Donald been the two best defensive linemen for the past 15, 20 years. Hello, Luke. And honestly, I think what we're seeing here is getting the best defensive player at his position because nice koala. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke. One of my friends actually gave me the koala claw. In this situation, the Rams lost the NFC Championship game to the Seahawks, and part of that was an inability to not just pressure, but ultimately make the big play against Sam Darnold. So let's see. We're going to get the best defense player at that position. I'm sure AFC North teams are thrilled. The Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, like, thank goodness we don't have to face Myles Garrett anymore. But right now, the NFC West teams are all shaking in their boots, thinking, oh gosh, we got Myles Garrett. I bet you Kyle Shannon's thinking, oh no, now we got Myles Garrett week 1. Oh boy. In Australia. But, people thinking, did the Rams give? Hell no, the Rams gave. I don't think it matters what the Rams gave up. They got the best defensive player in the world. I mean, who knows what it is? It's got to be more than a first-round pick. I mean, this is interesting, I mean, and June 1st is a big day in the NFL because of the post-June 1st cap savings, which makes this trade more feasible for the Rams. It's interesting that the Rams have, unlike some teams, we've seen the Eagles, we've seen the Lions extend guys. The Rams haven't extended Puka, Byron Young, Colby Turner, Steve Avila. Jared Vogt would have been one of those guys potentially available for the new contract. Does this mean the Rams? I mean, the Rams still could sign those guys. I mean, Puka may be a little more with immaturity, but does this mean the Rams all in for just this year? Or is this going to be more of a longer project? Because now the Rams have given up a really good young pass rusher, a first-round pick. I'm 99% sure there's going to be more to this because the first-round pick and Jaren Verse are not nearly enough for a legendary pass rusher. And Luke, who's your favorite team? I'm a Jag fan, and let me tell you this: we're playing the Browns week 1. We don't have to worry about Myles Garrett now. Thank goodness. I was worried how many times Myles Garrett's going to sack Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, I don't want to face Myles Garrett week 1. Well, now he's in LA, so we don't have to face him. But interesting. The Rams have an extended free agent potential young players. I mean, the Seahawks gave Jackson Smith and Jigba the biggest wide receiver deal in NFL history. But yet Puka's still waiting for his deal now. Maybe now Puka and JSN different circumstances. Puka's dealt with off the field issues. Jason's there, steady Eddie when he's healthy, of course. But This Ram team is all in for 2026, maybe 27, but more importantly this year. LA's hosting the Super Bowl. And so if you're the Rams, if you're Leslie, if you're Sean McVay, the first round pick means nothing. The Jared First doesn't mean much right now. It's about winning a Super Bowl. I mean, the Rams won the last Super Bowl in LA. So, can LA win another Super Bowl? Yes. Is Miles Garrett going to make a difference if it's 3rd and 5 and he can sack Sam Darnold, or Brock Purdy, or Jalen Hurts, or Jared Goff, or Caleb, Jordan Love, Dak? Yes. And honestly, you look at the Rams, we criticize them for not having a first-round pick. LA's first-round pick was to get the cornerback from Kansas City. The Rams basically, my mom likes the Cowboys and you like the Seahawks. Well, that's going to be interesting when the Seahawks and Cowboys face each other this season. I think it's week 13? But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Rams, because how much more did the Rams give up? Because honestly, unless the Rams gave up like 3 first-round picks, it sure seems like the Rams got the better end of this trip. And it's funny, because today, June 1st, there have been rumors for months that the Philadelphia Eagles were going to trade A.J. Brown, whether it be to New England, the Rams, or elsewhere. But now, no matter if A.J. Brown's traded, this is the deal people are going to be talking about, because Miles Garrett is a Hall of Fame defensive lineman. And I mean, if you look at Myles Garrett's stats, we're looking at a no doubt first ballot Hall of Fame. But this guy set the NFL record, single season sack record of 23. I mean, he's averaged nearly a sack a game, 125 sacks in 134 games. I mean, he is one of the greatest players in NFL history. Not just Brown history, but NFL history, and I'll talk more about the Brown. But you wonder, what would Barry Sanders have done with Super Bowl win? What would all these... Well, Myles Garrett's going to get his chance, and he's going to play for the best team of his career by far. But let me see. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. One guy on Twitter saying, these guys are layers and levels to the NFL. One team in the NFC West is trading for Myles Garrett, another is having a public contract dispute with Jacoby Brissett. Let's say, who's my favorite NFL player? Well, you can see the post. You can see the picture right there. It's Trevor Lawrence, and but it's interesting. You see the NFC West. The LA Rams haven't really drafted a first-round pick in forever. I mean, Ty Simpson was the only first-round pick in Ty Simpson, and I think First might have been the only. But the Rams simply don't really care about first-round picks. They've done better second, third, fourth, fifth-round guys. And I think what we're seeing, yes, first-round picks are nice. But if you can get guys second, third, fourth, fifth round, if I could find a Devontae Adams in the second round, if I could find Cooper Kupp in the third round, if I could get, Isaiah Pacheco in the 7th round. Right. Those guys make the difference because if I could get Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round, those guys, finding those guys. That's why Brad Holmes so great as the Lions GM because the Lions draft so well. Finding guys, not just the 1st round guys, because honestly, I think a lot of us could draft 1st round guys, but those 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th undrafted guys make so much of a difference. And the Rams have done so well getting those guys. Now, for the Browns, this has got to be an emotional day, assuming this trade happens. But the Cleveland Browns are trading away the best player in franchise history. This would be the equivalent of Jim Brown being moved in the 50s or 60s. Miles Garrett is the greatest defensive player in Browns history. And now he's probably going to finish his career with the Rams. So it's probably a sad day. I bet you there are a few teams. But I think there's also a realization, for whatever reason, the Browns are going all in for 2027. The Browns want to get the #1 pick. The Browns want to get Arch Manning or any quarterback back. And by trading Myles Garrett, the Cleveland Browns are not telling you they're tanking, but they're tanking. They're all 2 or 3 teams right now that are in the tank, in the run for the #1 pick. The Browns are 1, the Jets, the Dolphins, maybe Arizona for all we know, but with Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, and Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't think Arizona's going to be bad enough. Let me see. Anybody else? Finalizing, and other draft pick compensation. I'm looking at Shefty. Nothing. Yeah. I'm not seeing. I mean, it's tough because Browns fans are going to say, well, Myles Garrett's just going out of his prime. Jared Verse may be in his prime. But if the LA Rams win the Super Bowl this year, nobody's going to give a you-know-what. And I mean, for the Browns, maybe this means they have 2 first-round picks, but seemingly Cleveland's got 2 first-round picks in every draft. And in a quarterback-laden draft with many potential guys available, Cleveland's got the chance to get Arch Manning. And maybe Jared Verse ends up being some combination of Myles Garrett. But if you look at Jared Verse in 2025, he was not. This is a young player, 19th pick, literally the only first-round pick. This is a guy who's just in his 2nd year. I mean, he got 7.5 sacks. So he's a really, really good player. But are the Rams basically all in for this year? Like, you know what? We don't care about 2027 because it sure seems like. But this is a move to win a Super Bowl this year. And you know what? I don't think the Rams were the only team interested. I bet you Howie Roseman from the Eagles tried to get him. And I bet you what, and I can't confirm this, but I bet you what Andrew Berry said we want Jalen Carter. I'm fairly certain that's what the Browns would have won. And obviously the Rams willing to give up Jared Verse. So um yeah, it's crazy. By the way, I think the Rams are a Super Bowl favorite now. Not to mention that. And they have a home Super Bowl. So you know what? Big D, there will be more news coming the next 20 minutes, half hour, all day. Maybe AJ Brown's next. But this is the Big D. Sign off for Dylan's History Sports. Miles Garrett and the Rams. By the way, I will be back with a new episode tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. Driving to Top Productions, Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page, Big D 3300 on Twitch, my Facebook page. But I'll be back and ready to rumble at 8 o'clock tonight. But you know what? Somebody else might be traded this afternoon for all we know. But Miles Garrett and the Rams, and this is the Big D signing off for now.